All right, good evening. Good evening. This is the CSRN weekly podcast or our week in review. Hey, look, Daniel, what we're going to do right now is put a 5-minute timer up. So hopefully our tech team don't fail me today. Hey, maybe put some music on. All right, we're back. This is the Community Solidarity Response Network, our weekly podcast or weekend review. I'm Brother Washington Muhammad. I'm an active and registered member of the Nation of Islam here in Toledo, and also one of the co-founders of CSRN, along with Mike Leonardi and Jabril Bay. 8 years ago, they had this idea that ordinary people could speak truth to power. They didn't necessarily have to be pastors, politicians, um, or professionals. They can just know what they're talking about, grab the mic, and here we are, 8 years and counting. Today, what am I wearing? I've got my brown rim glasses on, and this is for anyone that's maybe have some sight problems, or if you're in your car listening. All right, you shouldn't be watching your phone. All right. So I've got my black rim glasses, my brown rim glasses on. I've got a shirt that says "Buy Black," and it's looks like a local business. I'm not going to name them because they haven't cut the check yet. And I've got my beads on. And as always, I'm dedicated to respecting, protecting, and defending all Black bodies, no matter the cost, no matter the gains or loss. This is the home of Black Lives Matter and justice or else. And hey, Daniel, I think I've wrapped it up so far. Hey, what do you got on? Who are you? And hey, what's going on?
Well, my name's Daniel Ortiz. I'm a local healthcare worker and healthcare worker that's become an organizer, a political organizer. And I'm here tonight in the library, in the wonderful Mott Branch Library with you. I've got on just a plain black sweater and a yellow hat, beanie from now defunct, gone too soon, local company, Booney Patch Co. Great Toledo product there. And I'm just happy to be here with you tonight.
All right. Hey, listen, one of the things that we're going to do is get right into our mission statement and our guiding principle. This is one of the things that we did early in CSRN to give us some direction and also to be able to hold ourselves accountable. Let's see if we put up that graphic of the mission statement. You ready?
Okay, our mission statement. We are the Community Solidarity Response Network of Toledo, formed on November 25th, 2014, the day after it was announced that the killer, a Ferguson, Missouri police officer of Michael Brown, an unarmed teenager, would not be indicted. We bring awareness to the injustices experienced by Black men, women, and children who are disproportionately murdered, attacked, provoked, and harassed by law enforcement. Police brutality has to end. We bring awareness to the fact that most often, police brutality goes without consequence and accountability. Police impunity has to end. We utilize the tactics of protest, civil disobedience, event disruption, and citizen advocacy to give voice to those who are otherwise voiceless. We facilitate progressive community-based events that help to foster self-development, and we discuss measures to hold local leadership accountable to their sworn duties, be they politicians, clergy, law enforcement, educators, etc. We want justice, equal justice under the law. We want justice applied equally to all regardless of creed or class or color. For all lives to matter, Black lives must matter. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
All right, Daniel, before we get to our guiding principles, I think last year, well, for the last few years, you've really been involved in the community on the political side. What keeps you still active? Whereas I've seen other people that ran for office and I never saw them again.
Yeah, I've actually been talking about this with a few other people that have been getting involved lately. And once you really start to get onto the other side of that and you start to meet some of the politicians and the people behind the scenes that really like make it happen, there are a lot of really good people, especially around here. There are also a lot of people that are in it for the wrong reasons. They're craven. They want political power. They don't really necessarily want to affect change, things like that. There's people that just kind of want to move up the ladder, and there's a lot of people that'll do whatever it takes to do that. They're going to choose the path of what's going to further my political career versus what do I think is right versus what is wrong. And it would be reasonable to not want to be around those kind of people.
Okay. All right.
But I meet those people and I think, well, if good people stay out of the room, then it's only going to be people like that. If we just kind of resign ourselves to like all politicians are corrupt, then it becomes true, because no good person ever wants to get involved in politics if that's the case, right? So what motivates me is knowing that there are a lot of bad actors in politics, or some people aren't even necessarily bad. They're just like there. They don't really want to use their power for good. They don't really want to do anything but have the gig.
Okay.
And if we just leave those people to their devices, then they just kind of win. So I want to be around, and I want to be in those rooms.
All right, and hopefully in the weeks to come, we may name some names and put some folks on the spot.
Yeah.
All right, that's what we do. All right. Hey, we're going to get started with our guiding principles, and in 2015, a group of us went to this convention called the Black Lives Convening, and man, this conference was put on by, there was no one under 40 that was organizing it, and they had some guiding principles for the whole convention, and we took them and kind of remixed it and made it fit to what we do here in Toledo. These are the CSRN guiding principles. All Black lives matter. Queer Black lives, trans Black lives, formerly and presently incarcerated Black lives, poor working class Black lives, differently able Black lives, Black men and women lives, immigrant Black lives, Black elderly and children lives. All Black lives matter and are the creators of this space. We throw no one under the bus. We rise together. Ashe, and everybody should say Ashe. And Ashe means one who changes a thing or one who makes a thing happen. Thriving instead of surviving. Our vision is based on the world we want, not the one we're currently in. We seek to transform, not simply react. We want our people to thrive, not just exist. Think beyond the possible. Ashe?
Ashe.
Experimentation and innovation must be a part of our work. Embrace the best tools, practices, and tactics, and leave those behind that no longer serve us. Ashe?
Ashe.
Evaluation and assessment must be built into our culture. Critical reflection must be a part of all of our work. We learn from our mistakes and our victories. Ashe?
Ashe.
Principled struggle can exist in a positive environment. We must be honest with one another by embracing direct, loving communication. Ashe?
Ashe.
Love, self-love is practiced in every element of all we do. Love and self-love must be a driver of our work and an indicator of our success. Without this principle and without healing, we will harm each other and undermine our movement. Ashe?
Ashe.
360-degree vision. We honor past struggles and wisdom from elders. The work we do today builds the foundations of movements of tomorrow. We consider our mark on future generations. Ashe?
Ashe.
Self-care means we build resilient spaces by budgeting time, energy, and resources for healing. Self-care is a regular, consistent, intentional, and essential practice. Ashe?
Ashe.
The most directly affected people are experts at their own lives and should be in leadership at the center of our movement and telling their stories directly. Ashe?
Ashe.
Training and leadership development should be fundamental. Our movement must constantly grow and leadership must constantly multiply. Ashe?
Ashe.
Before we take a short break, Daniel, I want to go ahead and list our Kwanzaa word for today. We got Kwanzaa coming up. Hey, we got a couple of guests that have their own business, and I'm going to have Naja or Taisha, whatever we call her. All right, she signed the check, so she can be whatever she wants. So our Nguzu Saba principle of the day is Nia, and that means purpose. To make our collective vocation the building and developing of our community in order to restore our people to their traditional greatness. So we look forward to, we're going to take a short break. We're going to come back with, I think it's crowns or sun-kissed our crowns. They'll tell me a little bit. All right. Hey, so just hang on in. This is the Community Solidarity Response Network. Our weekend review. We'll be right back.
Hey, I'm Dr. P. Not only am I a leadership coach, I'm a change agent, and I'm a race scholar. I've used my study of race to dismantle systems and organizations, but I also use that to help you as the individual become a better leader for your families and for your community.
All right, we are back. This is the Community Solidarity Response Network. And if you're watching via Facebook or YouTube, hey, put something in the comment box. Let me see. I thought I saw someone comment. Okay, we see. All right. Julian Mack chimed in. Ashe. Hey, thanks, brother. Hey, listen, Julian, we got to have you on. There's a lot of things going on in the city, and we need your take on it. All right. And so hit us up. You already know what it is. Hey, listen, family, we are back. We've got Kwanzaa coming up, and Kwanzaa is going to be at the Frederick Douglass Community Center this year from December 26th all the way to January 1st. And we've got a business owner, or I'm used to introducing community people, but you about your work. she got her own business. She can hire me, all right? So for everybody, who are you and what do you do?
Hi, everybody. So my name is Taisha. I'm also known as Naisha. That's my spiritual name. I am the owner of Crown's Art Sunkist Natural Studio and co-owner of Respect Your Crown. So I am a 9-year advanced licensed cosmetologist. It'll be 10 years coming up this January. I'm also a recent certified herbalist, and what I do is I specialize in natural hair care. I make a space for busy families to come in for walk-ins if they need to, and then we also make our own products. And
That's what's up.
we have a nice team, so everyone's educated in natural, healthy hair care. You know, we offer different styling, but our mission is to really focus on building you up from the inside out. You know, giving you that confidence you need.
That's awesome.
You know, with the style and having you that education as well.
All right, I'm sure let's see if we can put the graphic up of your business so everybody know what it is. All right, so it's Crowns or Sunkist.
Yes.
All right. So, hey, they put it right in the middle. All right. They didn't put it over my face this time. All right. Our tech crew is some haters. All right. So, what happened? You could have easily just kept doing hair, rent you a booth somewhere, and just fade into the woodwork. What was it that made you want to start the Crowns or Sunkist? What was that like?
So I actually was working on multiple streams of income, doing different things at my booth.
Okay.
I was working at Bless Hands Beauty Bar. Shout out to Simone.
All right, Simone. All right.
I was working there, and my station was cluttered. I was selling everything. I had chips.
Wow.
I had products. I
Man,
had jewelry.
that's what I'm talking about.
So I spoke with her, and I just said, I'm looking for a store, but I still want to rent a booth. She said, "Do you?
Yeah.
We'll figure it out." And I ended up finding both. So I tried to. So I was just actually the salon I'm in. I actually grew up in.
Oh wow.
719 Phillips. It used to be called Snippy's when I was a kid. So growing up there, when I rode past recently in 2019, I kept saying for rent. And so something just told me to knock on the door, and I did, and it was mine. No deposit necessary or anything.
What?
So I wasn't looking for a salon. It just landed, getting out there. I won't say it landed because I got out there and I knocked on that door.
Okay.
So from there, it just grew. I tried to do the store and all of it together, but I just realized I just need to do one thing at a time.
That's beautiful.
So kept doing the products, doing pop-up shops and online and things like that. But the salon, I just really need to focus on the hair and focus on the team and things. So that's what we did, and we've been here 4 years, coming up soon. The name came from Sunkist is my poetry name. About 2016, I fell in love with the sun and what it could do for us, and just really learning about who I was. And as time went on, I started to bless crowns.
Okay.
And so Crowns became Sunkist. And
all right.
That's where the salon name come from. So Crowns are Sunkist. My husband helped me come up with the name. We were going back and forth. And everything is everything.
That's a good man too. I met him. All right. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right. So you've got the what was the address again?
719 Phillips.
All right. What would you say? Because look, a lot of us that still work, we're not business owners. Some of us, there's a little fear, all right, being your own boss. What were some of the things that you had to push through, if you had to push through any, to be a business owner. What were some of the things that you had to overcome?
Absolutely. Still overcoming. Um, Not getting discouraged when you say you put out an event or a sale or a special or something and people aren't coming and they're not, you think they're going to be knocking down the door for it. Just keep going, keep going. That's my advice to anybody. Don't stop. Um, don't stop. Knock on the doors. Get out. This is my first time ever doing a podcast.
All right.
I've spoken in rooms recently, but that was very new, and I'm still umming. But that's okay. You know, it'll get better.
Right.
So just get out there, put yourself out there. Don't be afraid. Knock on those doors. Pass out your cards. Don't be afraid to do old school ways. I'm not saying TikTok isn't it, you know, but get out there, print you some copies,
That's
and
right.
pass out cards. Talk to people.
Teach.
If you have a product, put it in somebody's hand. Give it away for free. Because at the end of the day, it's marketing. So it's all gonna come back. So what you put out, you get back in. So that's
All right.
that's my advice.
Okay. Well, you've got some products with you. I don't know
Yes.
what it is.
I brought a little bit
So,
of everything. I brought
all
you
right.
a nice kit for you and your family
Oh,
to
okay.
try. So we have natural deodorant here. It's baking soda and aluminum free.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right.
So it's a paste you can use with your fingertips, or you can get a nice spatula. The reason we use this is to keep the aluminum and toxins out of our body.
That's beautiful.
So it's all handmade. Me and my daughter one time were creating something, just looking for something to do. And
Okay.
over time, we just kept playing with it, kept messing with it, and here we are with our natural deodorant.
All right.
And
that's for me?
Absolutely. That's for you.
Okay.
So I'm
All
gonna
right.
pass
All
it
right.
on.
All right.
Introduce what it is, not pass it to
So,
you.
if you're a guest, this is a clinic right here. This is what you need to be doing. So we had Brian Hayward on last week. He was talking about, insurance, and he left without giving me I don't know, what do they call that? An insurance thing. All right. So hey, if you come on, I'm sorry, Brian, but I really meant that. All right. So if you come on, bring some gifts. All right. So we've got some organic powder, baking soda, aluminum free natural deodorant.
Absolutely.
All right. So this is,
and it has
using
that
it-
nice tea tree smell. So
okay. I'm
helps
using
with
this
the
tomorrow.
antifungal.
All right.
And then we have an orange cream head to toe body butter.
Okay.
So you can use this for your head.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. Well, this happens.
It'll make it shine.
Right. Back in the 80s, a lot of us were getting the Jerry curl. And we thought that our hair was going to be greasy and wet forever. Well, what happened in the early 90s for a lot of us, the hair started falling out. All right.
Oh,
So, yeah.
well, I wish I was around back then. I
Yeah.
would have saved y'all with the cream.
No, we wouldn't be using that. No, we wanted the curl activator and the moisturizer spray. All right. We were a different group back then.
That's
So, all right. So what do we at?
So the beauty in this product is it grows your hair. I
Okay.
originally created this product. Locks is the main style that I do a lot of.
Okay.
I couldn't find anything that gave it the shine it needed.
All right.
My daughter also had eczema. So I just really dug into using natural products, natural oils, finding the right consistency. And over time, I would sell it for hair, and people were bringing it back. Oh, I use this for my feet.
Oh,
It
wow.
took the inflammation out of my hands.
Oh, wow.
Different
Okay.
things like that. So now it's renamed head to toe, blessed hand oil. So you can use this from head to toe. So whatever you need it for, you can use it, whether it's for scarring, whether it's for hair growth, heat protector for my ladies who do a silk press. This is for you.
Okay. All right.
And that's for you.
All right. This is what's up. And we've got Kwanzaa going on at the Frederick Douglass. First day it's the 26th. And that's the day that I kick it off. And we've got Mother Diane Gordon, Oscar Shahir, Brother Don Lynn, and a lot of other community committee members. Each day they're representing a principle. And my principle is unity, Umoja. So will these be on sale?
Yes.
All right.
All
Awesome.
the products you see here will be on sale.
Awesome. Awesome. So I see, I don't know what that is.
I got you some more stuff. So
Man,
this is a body oil.
Do I have to? I know we've got Daniel here, and if Jody is listening, he's probably like, "Well, I want my cut too." That's my Jody impression.
Well, you guys share how you like. I just want to make sure I invite, I appreciate you
Okay,
guys.
I'm glad you
inviting me
said
to
how
the
I like.
space.
All
Yeah.
right, all right, good,
Yeah, I
good.
appreciate you inviting us to the space. I want to, show you what we got and
All right,
bless you guys. So this is a winter wake up. This is a bath salt. Then this is the oil to match. So it has a nice, refreshing feeling. We call it winter wake up because you smell it. Open it. You can smell it. It's gonna really open up your lungs. It has a nice eucalyptus smell to it.
Okay.
So in the wintertime, when we get nice and congested, we take a nice hot bath. If you're not a bath person, don't worry. Get you a tea bag, stick it up on the shower, and you'll still get those same benefits.
I'm gonna start taking baths just on that alone. All right.
And then we have the nice oil to back it up with. This is just a body oil that you can use to smell right after your shower.
Okay. All right.
Last but not least,
put these on the side too. All right.
That's right. Yeah. Pass those up.
Okay. That's what's up. This is awesome.
Yes. Last but not least, you have your external things going on. You have to have your internal. So this is our newest product. This is our elderberry syrup.
Okay. All right.
So it does have to be refrigerated.
I'm hip to that. Okay.
I'm sure you are. So everyone knows. If you don't know, elderberries are great for your immunity. So using this in this season and just in general all year round will keep you healthy.
My next question is, and we're going to take a short break, and then we're going to bring Al. He's going to talk about respect. Is it respect your crown?
Respect your crown.
Respect your crown. Man, y'all got the best names. All right. We should have had a Respect Your Crown podcast, but they took the name first.
Hold
all right. Okay. All right. So, how has the pandemic affect natural hair care and natural products? Did the pandemic change anything for the business?
Yes and no. The pros were a lot of people didn't reopen. They were scared.
All right.
For whatever reason, and it's okay. Everyone battled it how they handled it. Their own way.
I got it.
So with some stylists not coming back, that was a huge benefit for the business.
Okay.
Then on the other side, there were some clients who didn't want to come back just for being out in public or, financial situations.
Right.
So I do my best to just educate as far as pushing the product and teaching people how to do it on their own, doing the hair on their own. So I did start creating small classes that they've grown since then. They're not small now.
Okay.
So you can get lock classes, natural hair classes at the salon as well. So that's how we push through COVID, educating the stylist, educating the clients who couldn't come in, and working with the ones who could.
All right, before we go, I think someone put your I think you put the website on here for us. Let's put that on.
Who doing stuff?
I know. All right, here we got the website.
Yeah, so this is my booking link.
All right. So right here,
so you'll see an intro. I'm just introducing who I am and what we value, and that's people with self-care, of course. We're organic, creative, and walk-in friendly. You can see my Facebook and Instagram, Sunkissed Crowns. If you go on there, you'll also see the other stylists we have. I want to shout out Terry and Heidi. We're all a team. And then this just shows you how to make an appointment.
Okay, and these are all the
services we offer. If you keep going, you can even see the Respect Your Crown services there as well. But we have our own separate website, so I guess you'll see that next.
Okay, all right, all right. That's what's up.
But yeah, we offer a range of different things: natural services, home services for the elderly or ill who can't come out. It is limited, but I do offer it as much as I can.
Okay, all right. Hey, family, this is awesome hearing you. Hey, we're going to bring Al on right after the break. This is the Community Solidarity Response Network, our weekend review. We'll be right back.
Did you know addiction is a disease, not a moral dilemma? The opioid epidemic and substance use have a major impact on communities of color and many people's lives. Wasion Wellness Recovery Support Center offers culturally relevant inpatient and outpatient behavioral health treatment and recovery support services to any Ohioan struggling with addiction, mental health, or finding sober, safe housing. We must recognize that treatment is available and accessible to all. If you are in need of treatment or want to find out more information, you can call 888-728-2713 to talk to someone or schedule an appointment.
Now you can get the same uncompromising truth you've come to expect from the Final Call newspaper on all your connected devices. Subscribe to the Final Call Digital Edition today. Go to subscribe.finalcalldigital.com.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
All right, we are back. This is the Community Solidarity Response Network, our weekend review. Man, this week is all about Kwanzaa, and also is about the our showing of the documentary Hebrews to Negroes. That's coming up on September on December 17th. Hey, that's this Saturday. So come on out to Muhammad's Mosque number 91. We're going to put the graphic up there soon. But right now, we're talking about Kwanzaa. We're talking about some of the vendors that we're going to have at the Frederick Douglass. And I've got my brother Al here. So if you could introduce yourself, I already said his name, but hey, we cool like that. We go way back like a few minutes ago. So if you could introduce yourself, hey, what you wearing? All right, we didn't get a chance to ask Taisha that.
I just got a polo, by Ralph Lauren.
Oh, okay. All
regular
right.
basic Levi's and some Air Maxes.
Oh.
Okay. Something basic.
Oh man, yeah. Okay. All right. Man, I got to put my shoes away after I saw those. Hey, listen, man. What is it that you do? I know it's the Respect Your Crown. Mm-hmm. All right. I'd heard that name. I'm like, man, that's dope. What does it mean? What products do you have, and how did you come up with that?
So first and foremost, my name is Alvin Brown. I am the co-owner of Respect Your Crown with my wife Taisha Brown, Naija. And we pretty much just started expanding and branching out from the business that she already had established,
right,
in Crowns Our Sun Kids Natural Studios. And we wanted to just pretty much just promote and produce and, push out our product to a different demographic and into a different community where people wouldn't normally, see us.
All right. So we just had Naija, and we had some Winter Wake Up.
Oh, yeah.
I've got the Orange Dream. Oh, I didn't know this was called Orange Dream.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Give it a smell.
Man.
It's like
and
heaven,
I got
man.
right,
It's like
right,
heaven.
absolutely. And I've got some natural deodorant. All right, for Respect Your Crown,
Mhm.
what is Respect Your Crown, and what are some of the products that you're going to be promoting?
Okay, so Respect Your Crown is pretty much a natural retail store that our mission is to spread the awareness of natural hair and body care, reaching the hearts of the community. And through our passion, we want to promote people to embrace love, family, and unity.
All right, now I've grown up with watching my mom and my sister do everything except natural hair.
Okay.
Why is it important now that we embrace our hair, embrace natural products when most of us are used to doing what our moms and grandmoms did?
It's for longevity, honestly. The longevity in it will keep you. It will keep it more healthy.
Wow.
Um,
Okay.
it would just make you feel better. I mean, honestly, it makes me feel amazing. It feels like it gives me powers. I know the longevity of the health in my hair and my skin, and the things that I put in my body will help
All
in the
right.
future.
All right. So I'm looking at your hair. How long did it take to grow that, and what do you use?
I use the same products that my wife formulated, from the beginning. But it's been a long journey for me. I started after I graduated high school, so it's
Okay.
been 15 years.
Okay. All right. Which high school?
Scott High School.
Oh, okay. So
Oh yeah,
it's like that. All right.
Bulldogs for
Okay.
sure.
All right.
Class of 06.
Okay. All right. If you didn't know, now you do. All right. All right.
Most definitely.
So for you, Al, I think I talked with Naisha that a lot of us work for somebody else. What was it that made you want to be a boss, and what are some of the things that you had to overcome to be that?
My family, my wife,
man.
she was like my biggest motivation,
Okay.
my biggest push, because just watching her grind and seeing how she does it just made me want to go to another level. But some of the things that I have to overcome and I'm still overcoming is just the fear of not having that stability of a everyday 9 to 5 going in and knowing that that's coming in every week or every 2 weeks. But just the way she has set herself up and watching her growth, it made me want to get out there. And now I'm driving trucks for myself. I drive dump trucks. I coach high school football. I've been doing that for the last 10 years. High school, 13 years total. And just owning this business is it's just motivation for me and my family just to just keep growing and keep moving forward.
All right, my next to last question is, within our guiding principles, we talk about self-care. In this crazy world that we live in, Al, what is it that you do to stay balanced? Because you're a business owner. I get to go to work and have somebody else worry about what I'll do. All right. What is it that you do to stay balanced when it seems like things are coming at you a mile a minute?
My biggest outlet, honestly, is football.
Okay.
Like I said, I've been coaching football for about 13 years now. I started off in the Mid City, coaching for the Mid City Bears, and I, after 2 years coaching in Mid City, I immediately went to high school to coach, and I started coaching in 2011 at Scott High School at my alma mater. I did 9 straight seasons there, and just growing and knowing that I was reaching a whole group of kids and helping them grow and reach new heights and new levels in life. It just kind of kept me grounded, when everything was chaotic in my life, when things were going bad, just with family, death and everything, dealing with things like that, grieving. Football was always my outlet. That was my sanctuary. I could always go to the football field or go into the weight room or just going to the school building and teaching and doing that thing that I love to do. That's like one of my biggest passions in life. So just growing inside of that, and it always kept that balance for me.
Right.
Always.
A few years ago, I was a program coordinator for a very successful youth program for you and young and brothers your age. What advice would you give some of the us brothers, your age, to give them hope, to inspire them? Because people are watching you and they're like, man, maybe I could be an owl. What are some of the things that you like to tell our young people that are watching this? Because you're doing it. All right. You're not just saying what you're about to do or what you're finna do. All right. You're actually doing it. So what are some of the things that you would say to some of the young brothers and sisters watching this to inspire them?
Honestly, like I always tell them, just do what you do best.
Okay.
Whatever it is you do, just put your
Yeah.
best foot forward and make sure that you're diligent inside of your process and making sure that you stick to your guns and just sticking to what you know and doing what you do best.
All right.
Be great.
All right. We've got the Respect Your Crown.
Oh yeah.
That's a dope graphic. How did that come to be? Got the crown there. How did that happen?
Well, we dealt with a lot of different logos, playing around with some different things.
Okay.
Dealing with the Crowns Our Sun Kids. Also with my cigar business, A1 Cigars.
Okay, so we missed a whole cigar. Hold on, let me take this down. We missed a whole business.
Oh yeah.
All right. What's the name of the cigars?
A1 Cigars.
A1 Cigars.
Yes, sir.
How did you get into cigars? How did that happen? I know they're going to be clicking the lights on and off at the library, but so how did that happen? A1 Cigars.
It pretty much happened through the pandemic. Just almost like the barbershop effect, just cycling through different small business ideas.
Man.
Just like I said, my wife is such a huge motivator and supporter. Man. She backs me in everything I do. So she just asked me like, what is it that you want to do, and what kind of market can we approach and capitalize off of. And being a coach and working in a school and being around a lot of people who are doing a lot of celebrating and things like that. Smoking cigars is a big celebratory significant piece.
Okay.
So when you see people winning championships and things like that, you see them lighting cigars and things like that. You see people celebrating, weddings. You see them lighting cigars. You see them celebrating births. You see guys lighting cigars. So I just wanted to push that out there and be available to a demographic and a group of people that I know I can touch that market and capitalize off of, but still be approachable and appreciative to those people.
Okay, now of course I don't smoke, but did you bring?
I got some, and I didn't know if you indoors or not. So
no, I mean I can just bring it so I can have
definitely.
It. So I can. I'm not saying I could front and cap, but but no, we would love to have your products.
For sure. We came
love
there
to have
gifts.
you.
So as of right now, we just we buy wholesale and sell retail, but eventually we are going into branding our own handmade rolled cigars.
Man, that's what's up. That's what's up, brother. Hey, listen. One more time, let's put up that graphic again. Respect Your Crown. How do people get in contact with you?
You can get in contact with us at Respect Your Crown on Facebook, Instagram. You can also Google us at Crowns Our Sun Kids Natural Studio. We're at 201 South Erie, Toledo, Ohio, downtown at the Art Market Shop.
Oh, y'all downtown? You down? You should have led with that. I'm downtown.
Farmers Market. Yeah, we're right downtown. So we're right there on Erie Street in the Art District.
Okay.
You got to come see us.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Hey, family. Look, I want to thank you for you and your wife. Man, listen, if my wife is watching, honey, I need you to do everything that Al said his wife is doing. All right. Now, I hope I can go home after saying that. Hey, this is the Community Solidarity Response Network. Hey, family, stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Pathway Incorporated Brothers United program believes that children are important. Every day we support and advocate for fathers because when children have involved fathers, the whole community thrives. The fathers that come into the Brothers United program are mostly young fathers who are primarily gang members or drug dealers or those involved in lots of trauma from the time when they were youth until now. This program has fatherhood classes which teach you about your role as a father, the importance of being a father, healthy relationships, how to co-parent and work better together with your co-parent, and then economic stability, how to get a job, how to keep a job. It is so important for fathers to learn to take care of their children holistically, not just emotionally, not just physically, but financially as well, because children need a holistic approach.
I really just needed help with really being a better father and looking for a job to be able to support my kids.
Some of the problems I was facing when I joined Brothers United was communication with my children. Had some time apart from each other for a while, so they gave me the tools to really get back in communication with them.
Fathers will come into our program with their heads down. 2 weeks later, their heads are up. 3 weeks later, they're laughing and talking. 4 weeks later, they're building a bond. And by the time we get to 8 weeks, they're saying, hey, we want to stay here. What can we do to stay connected?
It gave me a better perspective on how to look at things from other people's point of view. You know, sometimes us as men, we get caught up in being prideful and arrogant, thinking we don't need the help. We do. And we just have to put our pride, selfishness, and arrogance to the side. And when the help is there, take it.
Hope plays the most important role in everything that we do because we have to have hope. We have to remember that fathers are important, and we have to not only say it, but we have to live it, we have to breathe it, we have to do it, we have to convey it to everyone.
Let's get a VU Nation on 3, fellas. 1, 2, 3. VU Nation!
The dads give us hope. The dads supply for us on the days when it gets hard. On the days when we've seen more violence than we ever want to see. On the days when we've lost some dads to jail or to murder, they give us hope. And so the hope that lives can change, if you invest in them, if you believe in them, then lives can change.
Brothers United changed my life, I would say, because of where I come from, what I've been through. I learned to understand it is help out there. Don't be scared to ask for it. If you don't reach, you can't grab. That's it.
They made me more employable, more desirable by employers, which in turn helped me provide for my family and provide for my children and my grandchild. So it makes me a better man, a better father, and a better example.
It showed me like how to be better to my kids, so I went and got custody of my son. My son been with me for a couple months now. So this showed me how to be a better parent all around, just a better man, period.
Initially, I didn't know that it could change men's lives. I didn't know that fathers could change. But it's amazing to me when fathers come back a year later, 2 years later, and tell us thank you. Or they'll make a Facebook post and say, look at what I'm doing now. It's amazing to me about the level of work that we've been able to do and the lives that we've changed in just a short period of time. And the fathers who come back and say, thank you, I needed you, and you were there.
Shout out to Brothers United, man. Be you.
All right, we are back. This is the Community Solidarity Response Network, our weekend review. Hey, listen, before we had, is it sun-kissed? Crowns are sun-kissed, and respect the crown. Family, if you get a chance, come out to Kwanzaa 2022, 2023, December 6th. December 26th, Frederick Douglass Community Center. Come and get your winter wake up. Yeah, that's winter. Is that winter wake up? Your orange dream. and we have some natural deodorant. Man, you need to come and check this out. Hey, listen, we're back here with our brother Daniel Ortiz. Before you left, we talked about why is it that you stayed active in the community even after your campaign. Really not wanting to put you on the spot, but I really do. What else do you see happening in the legislative part that you think we need to know about?
Yeah, so it's funny we didn't talk about what we were going to talk about, but I actually have two really important things that we need to keep our eye on. So right now the state legislature is in what they call a lame duck session. It's
Right.
The election's already happened. New people are going to get sworn in January, but the outgoing legislators are all still on. So one of the things, and they've got a lot going on. But there's two that are raising a lot of red flags. One is a new voter ID law that they're trying to push through, and the state legislature, it is what it is. It's just Republican supermajority in both the House and the Senate. If this is what they want to do, they're going to get it done. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't still make your voice heard if you can call your state rep or your state senator and let them know that you're against this. Because right now, you have to bring an ID when you vote anyways in Ohio.
That's correct.
But you can substitute with a social security card or utility bill.
Right.
There's a few other things, if you
Right.
if you happen to lose your ID on election day or whatever. But I think what's really bad about this one is they are going to first off, they're going to take away the option to bring in like a utility bill.
Right.
It's going to have to be a photo ID. And then, and this is kind of like the sneaky part of it, the address on your ID has to match the address that you're registered to vote at in order for you to vote. Well, a lot of people move frequently, especially skewed towards younger people. I know when I was in my early 20s, I moved every year. Your lease is up, you get a new apartment, or you get, you find out some friends, want to get a house together, whatever. You move a lot, but you don't get a new ID every year.
That's correct.
You could, but you don't have to, and it's $60 or whatever. So what, why would you? And that also disproportionately affects poor people who first off move around a lot and then aren't going to have the money to go get a new ID every single time they move. And already when you go to get a new ID, you go to the DMV for whatever reason, they'll ask you if you want to update your voter registration.
Right.
And anecdotally, I've heard a lot of people say, I told them I want to update my voter registration. They said they did it. And then when I went to vote, I was still registered to vote at my old address.
That's correct.
So theoretically, under this new law, you could move, go get a new ID that has your new address on it, ask them to update your voter registration. You go to vote and they say, no, you're still registered at the old place. Even if you go back to the old place, you can't vote because your ID doesn't match.
Right.
So it's just another barrier. It's just more disenfranchisement. And so this is one of those things that to all the people that say, oh, my vote doesn't, voting doesn't change anything, my vote doesn't count. Well, they're trying real hard to make it harder for people to vote. So, this is a really bad law. And I think, again, they're going to do what they want to do. They'll probably pass something, but man, if we could at least like knock out that part that says the address has to match, that would make it a lot easier, because it's just not going to happen.
Right. Well, one of the things that I've seen in the last election, I think in November, there were people coming to my location because I manage a location, and I'm sure Jody could bear witness to this too. He's in the green room right now, and last time he was in the green room, there were some things missing. So Jody, you already know what it is, bro. Half those burners are mine. But people were coming in and their ID didn't match. So we would either have to vote them provisional and have them fill out the form to make sure that those things match. But it would be horrible if no one could vote just because of that.
Exactly.
And there's a lot of people that I have to process because your ID doesn't match where you live, So Oh, so if there's a story on that, we need to link it to our page.
Okay, I'll try to find a few things and I'll post them in the comments of this video later for people to come back and check out.
That's what's up.
You know, the other thing they're discussing is they're gonna try and send something to the ballot in May. You know, we would have to vote on this, but they want to raise the threshold to amend the state constitution. So right now, citizens can gather petitions, gather signatures, put something to the voters on the ballot, and then to pass, it just needs a simple majority, so 50% plus one vote.
Okay.
And then that would change. We could alter the state constitution directly without having to hope that our legislators do actually represent us. And so what they want to do is make it so that we need 60% of votes. And I mean, how often can you get 60% of people to vote on anything, right? And so that greatly raises that barrier. I mean, it's already a huge undertaking to get something statewide, because you have to get not just a certain amount of signatures, but a certain amount of signatures in every county.
Right.
So whatever it is that you're trying to do, you have to go to every single county in the state and get people to sign on just to put it on the ballot, and then you have to get people to vote for it. So this is a massive undertaking.
88 counties.
There's 88 counties, yeah.
All right.
So it's not like it's not like we're just it's not like we're just out here amending the Constitution every other year, or what I mean. It's still a really big deal, and it's still a huge thing to happen as it stands right now, and they want to make it even harder. And the reason they want to make it harder is because we've seen in the last year, even in deep red states, like I believe it was Arkansas, Kansas, their citizens put on the ballot basically protections, reinstating protections that Roe v. Wade offered after Roe v. Wade was overturned. And even in a state that would go and vote, most, like, for all Republicans up and down the ballot, then they would vote and say, no, we still believe in this right, with the right to privacy, the right for the government not to interfere in our healthcare decisions. And so they kind of see the writing on the wall on that. And a similar thing just passed up in Michigan. And they're afraid because they, like I said, they got the super majority. They get their way every single time. They don't want citizens to come through. The other thing is marijuana. And the Republican Secretary of State did his best to make sure that they were gathering signatures to get legalized recreational marijuana on the ballot this year. And I know I signed the petition. I know they worked really hard, and the Secretary of State was watching that like a hawk. And every single signature he could get thrown out, he got thrown out, and it ended up not making it onto the ballot. And so they're afraid. These are things that they don't want to do, or with marijuana, they want to only do it the way their lobbyists want to do it. They want to make sure that when they pass it, their friends are the ones getting rich off of it or whatever. And they don't want citizens to have direct voice, to have direct democracy. So they're going to try and take it away. So that one, maybe they'll put that on the ballot in May. Then we need to organize to make sure people turn out to vote and vote no on that once it gets put on the ballot. And
hopefully soon we can put the link to that story on our page.
Yeah, I'll hop on at our next break and comment these in our I'll do it on Facebook, YouTube.
Well, Jody, if you can, I don't know where you are, but it looks like it's dark. Let me kick you out and bring you back in.
It was dark?
Yeah, well, we're at the library and they have wonderful Wi-Fi. You're gonna make me say something negative about the library.
Is it still dark?
Hey, what's up, Jody? How you feeling?
Hey, is it still dark?
No, we can see you.
No, we can see you. It is 7:09. We're glad that you could jump on. For the people that may not, maybe their first time seeing you, who are you? Hey, what are you wearing? And why are you still in the struggle, brother?
And also, we may get some copyright because I couldn't turn the music down in the back room. We have a party of like 200 people right outside that door. So for those of you out there listening and engaging, whether it be on Facebook, Instagram, or Spotify or YouTube, well, I don't think we're on Instagram yet, but my name is Jody, J. Summers, child of the system, better known as Spoken Truth. I'm the treasurer of this wonderful organization for the past almost 8 years. I'm in the fight because I took to protesting and marching and trying to connect and figure out how politics work, how grassroots organization work. And the only way I felt that you could truly get to see that stuff, yes, books are great and other people's opinions, but I had to throw myself in the trenches and survive. So this is the survival part of the last 8 years of trench work, of grassroots work, of being able to see the politicians that Danny was talking about and, go talk to them, not just check them off on the box and I've never actually shook your hand. To see the activists that, are kind of displaced in the world of what's going on right now,
No.
but to be able to communicate with them on a level like, hey, yeah, I do all this stuff, but I will lay on the sidewalk with you if we have to make a point. So that's why I'm here.
Hey, Jody, for whatever's happening on our feed, we can see us, but we
you can't see me.
can't see you. And I
That
don't
is so
think we can hear
odd.
you either.
Can you hear me?
Hear you. We can hear
You
you.
can hear
So,
me.
hey, look, it's just like let's just say we're on a radio show. All
Yeah.
right.
I mean, as long as you can hear me, that's the whole point of it. Again, hopefully we
right.
won't get hit because I can't turn the music down behind me. But
It's all
you
good.
know,
So just to let everybody know, we've got Jody at an undisclosed location, so you're not able to see him because he's out there getting it in. Hey, Jody, I follow you on Facebook, and it seems like only your posts come through my feed. So I'm be like, man, is anybody else going to be in my timeline? What are some of the things that you've seen happen over the week, and what are some things coming up that you think we need to know about?
well, over the weekend, I was at the 11th annual Holiday Bazaar Health Expo held by Danetta Carter, the social butterfly. So I did that right before work. Yeah, and that was great. That's the spot where you get vendors and people who are actually there were a lot of authors there this year. I counted 7, but people that do jewelry, people that do mock-ups of
All
stuff
right.
you want, all kinds of everything. And I appreciate her because when I wrote my first book, she was the first venture I took into the world of pop-ups and vending and speaking to people about what I created. There's some other stuff that I think I went to. It's probably on my page. I know I went to a concert on the east side to celebrate some of my independent artist friends that are here locally. Shout out to Boom the Bomb and Low Keys and Idol X. There's some other people, but just a few of those, and Dave Sanchez that is here who does like radio shows and stuff like that. So shout out to them for
All right.
continuing to keep artists on stage. I think that is very important if you are a vocal artist or wordsmith or whatever you want to call yourself, rapper, rap stuff,
Okay.
to be able to perform on stage. You can say all the words in the booth that you want to, but if you see an audience of 100,000 people, are you going to freeze? So it's like practice.
All right. Hey, Jody. Hey, listen, of course the Christmas music is bumping in the back. If you were going to do 5 minutes of heat tonight, what would you like to present for everyone?
Well, I got something called Digesting Being Adult. Quick shout outs though. Kwanzaa on the 26th. I don't know if you talked about it. I saw Sunkiss in there and her husband with A1 Cigars. So I saw them in there as I clipped into the show. We're going to be at Frederick Douglass Center Monday. I'm pretty sure you've already talked about that. And then the last showcase of the open mic Love Jones Redux, hosted by Rhonda Sewell, is going to be tomorrow at Lucille's Jazz Club inside of Toll House on Summit Street. So I'll be there as an open mic person. There's some great features for the night. And that'll segue into, can y'all hear me good?
I think we can still hear you good.
You just can't see me, right? I can see me. You just can't see me, right? I got quiet. Anyway, so you ready for the 5 minutes of heat?
What time is the show tomorrow at Toll House?
Tomorrow, the show, doors, I think, open at 5. Showtime is at 6. We go until 9. It's 2 drink minimum, but it might be sold out. So I just got that notice today. So you can try and come to the door because they do sell tickets at the door if somebody doesn't show up.
All right. If somebody says my name, would that help? Oh, you didn't have to laugh.
It might. I'll be reading probably one of the pieces that I wrote for you, and yeah, I will be. I'll be reading your piece, Therapy, from the book. So they ring some bells. If not, I try and keep people abreast on all of the open mics going around. I know Black Cloister is about to start up. SIP at Cricket West, a friend of mine named Dorian Strange. He does one every Tuesday.
Okay.
There's a whole bunch of open mics. I'll be trying to do more next year as I get ready to finish off the I want to say Black Lives Matter boxes, the Black Santa box.
Okay.
You'll catch on my page and stuff like that. It'll be going out very soon. So, since y'all can't see this beautiful butterfly of the book I'm holding, this is my book, the Childhood Trauma Series. Brother Washington may actually have something to pull up since you can't see my face. And if you want to know where the book comes from, that's how. Good?
Yeah, we're good.
All righty. So this piece is called Digesting Being an Adult, written for the girl with the mole. Let's begin. Peace. It's a weird place we live in today. As a kid, I thought all the adults were crazy, just yelling and fighting with each other for no other reason but to make noise. Growing up and going through schooling, I was always told that you just need to know this. And if I had any ideas or questions on what it was we were truly fighting about, I was sent to detention. Told my questions have answers, but I'm too young to honestly deal with it. So just sit in the corner and wait your turn. It's a weird place we live in today. As I left school with the very little life information that it taught me, I learned that we make our own troubles. Everyone always screams peace or what we do to each other, but we make species go extinct every day and burn the planet just to discover life was there all along. And we've eradicated so much of it that we have to supplement it with artificial substances. It's a weird place we live in today. Now I argue and bicker with people who are in my age bracket, who never lived life and followed the book, so they discriminate against the imagination of discovery. Those lives that brought on by decisions of their parents. So the cycle will continue until enough walk away for the system to fall and crumble. It's a weird place we live in today. We glaze over everything that seems too deep in trouble, accepting less and less from the things that give us life, nurturing our futures with more and more of our troubles. And peace.
All right, I want to thank you. And as always, we snap our fingers. We don't clap our hands. That's played out. Hey, listen, before we sign out, just want everybody to know if you can subscribe to our YouTube, like, share, comment on all that we do. Our YouTube channel, we're trying to get up to 100 subscribers. It's like you gotta walk before you run. I was just say walk before you crawl. All right. And if you like what we're doing, you can support us via Cash App. That's cash tag CSRN 419 or PayPal CSRN 419. Follow us on Instagram, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, check us out on Spotify, and subscribe to our YouTube. And listen, Jody, before we get out of here, I just wanted to let everybody know that this Saturday at Muhammad's Mosque number 91, we're going to be showing the documentary Hebrews to Negroes. And this is coming up on Black History Month and us as a people finding out who we are. We just had Crowns Our Sun Kiss bringing us back to embrace our natural hair. embrace natural products. So there's so much that we need to know. So I'm inviting everyone to come out. And also, what else do you need to know? Masks are going to be required because it's a smaller space than the library had. So we want everybody to still be in a safe environment. And it's going to be just a beautiful family experience. Kwanzaa's coming up December 26th through January 1st. And Jody, as always, all lives can't matter until Black lives matter.
Lives matter.
And Black lives can't matter until all
Black lives matter.
Justice or else?
Yeah, yeah.